we're not recording on the board.
No,
but we
because
are
the board
recording
just says
through the
2
phone.
seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
But the phone doesn't tell me how long we've been yakking.
Yeah, because I took that one out and put in the other. Anyway. So the algorithm is kind of the same for an hour show as it is for a 2-hour show, but you get double the time
And
You
double
know,
the fun.
if we have listeners, and thank y'all for watching and listening.
Yeah.
And
It's like Doublemint gum. It's
Yeah.
double the pleasure.
that's right. And then you get double the time and all that stuff. And so a lot of them are going to that now. Instead of running 3 shows a week, they run 2 hours. That's better than 3 shows a week at 1 hour. You know what I mean? So I don't know what that.
And that's so. I mean, we normally do
Yeah, an hour.
an hour, 10,
plus,
hour,
yeah.
15.
Yeah, this is way more than that today. It's been a. God,
Yeah,
I
we
feel
might be like an hour and 40.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think we
gonna
started.
we'll
Fucking
probably.
great day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because it hadn't stopped from start to now.
Yeah.
And it's been good. Yeah, and now we want to So last week I told you, so we got a collab coming up maybe, and I'm excited about it. And these are good guys, man. These are really good guys.
I'll get my first experience.
Yeah. And let me tell you, this is what gave me. I knew I always wanted to do something like this, and Laura kept encouraging me and things like that to do something like this. But that was my first experience of how it. When you put these headsets on, me and you said it today, and Jeff and Chad, it's therapeutic. It's you can't get out of the conversation.
No,
and it's the greatest.
It's not.
It's the greatest thing in the world to me. And that was my first experience with it. And I love the Latchfords. The Latchford family is amazing. And from Dad to Big Keith to Little Keith, they're awesome people. Then Allie, and then her stepdad Rich is an amazing dude. And let me tell you what now, do you know much about Rich?
I don't.
Okay, so all of us are bourbon fans, cigar fans, Wait till you meet Rich and just get the guy is so and the Latchfords too, but Rich is so smart, and he's I look up to him really when it comes especially to bourbons and cigars and things like that, and just the wealth of knowledge the guy has of life, because I think Rich is in his. I ain't even gonna say. When you see him, but he has a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, but you know my phrase: everything's better with bourbon.
Yes, and dip a cigar. And that's great. But
I've never dipped in bourbon. I've dipped in cognac.
And even on that show that I'm saying we're going to do this collab with, I even asked that question. I think that was one of my questions. Have you ever dipped it in there? I think that was a no.
Cognac.
Yeah, cognac.
I've done it with
and
Scotch,
Hennessy.
cognac, and bourbon.
Yeah, and Hennessy, I think is one of those.
Hennessy's cognac.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
You got to try it.
Yep.
That's all I got to say.
Yep.
See, the wealth of knowledge that I have at my fingertips right now of, Corey, my main man, and just being one of my best friends in the world. The wealth of knowledge out of him is nuts. But and then you got Jeff over here, and the cognac and
I can tell Jeff is getting more comfortable because this is the first podcast that he's talked as much as he has,
but
and he's getting it's
That's because Chad gave me the microphone today.
yeah. Because he don't want to be on the camera.
Chad
we would
likes to
turn
just
that
sit back.
camera around.
Chad would be content back there doing the IT part of it with
Yeah.
headphones.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, the camera wasn't set up, or I would have flipped it around today, but we didn't do that.
I
so.
know, and next, and I
We got to
actually,
figure that out. How do we can do the multicam deal?
That's that stupid iPad. Yeah, but we'll figure it out.
But Jeff, you add a great, perfect perspective to like literally.
Here's where it's
start
at, though.
to finish today. The three of us just.
Yep.
Yeah.
But here's where it's at. If Jeff's talking, Jeff has to hit the Jeff camera. You think he's going to? No. Every now
I'll hit
and
it. You just like you have to
I didn't
understand. I'm
bring it up
still
today.
learning.
Yeah, I didn't bring it up today. I just canceled it because I just canceled.
But that's the thing, though. You should be
It
able to
makes
do.
it more simple on that side.
I looked that stuff up. You should
Yeah.
be able to do like a split screen where we're this big and then Jeff's like down here.
Oh yeah, we
We're-
do have PIP, picture in picture.
yeah.
on
So
there.
both of them
Yeah.
can be on the screen at once.
Yes, yes, we do have that.
So
on
then
the-
there's no switching it. He's got to switch this, switch
yeah,
that.
and he's always on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why? Okay, the only reason we don't is because somebody needs to be back there, has to be back there. Otherwise, it's a shit show. And we have a dinner table out here, a big, nice dinner table, and there's 3 or 4 of us. But why can't we just take that board and put it out here on this damn dinner table, and he runs it, and Chad runs it, and we're all still sitting here with cords running amok?
Yeah.
Is that a bad look?
I think we can do whatever we want. It's our show.
Yeah.
I think the hell's.
If people
That's
don't
where
like
I'm
it,
at. Yeah.
fuck them.
Yeah. That's where I'm at. And I'll bet, and knowing our community and things like that, they will accept whatever the hell we're doing here because it is, we're just trying to do it, and we just want to come out to the people and talk about shit that everybody talks about every day.
I mean, I know I've said some things and I can never apologize enough.
Oh my God!
But-
such a sinner.
Well, it was wrong, and I'm not going to get into it. I
Yeah.
did what I needed to do. But at the end of the day,
Everybody's going to backtrack on this, and we're going to get like 1,000 more views looking for that. What the fuck you just said? Yeah, go ahead, Doug. Go ahead.
yeah,
That's
then-
okay.
then
That
I'm
means
gonna
that means they're going through the archives.
Algorithms are going amok.
but-
yeah, they're going through the
But
archives.
what Jeff, what you said, and I'm not talking that instance. I mean, everybody that has come up to me and has voiced their opinion about what
Yeah.
we're doing,
Yeah.
everybody enjoys it.
Yeah, it's been fun, and you can't. None of us can say that it hadn't been fun, and it's going to get even better. You say it every fucking week. This is where we started. Look where we're going to end up. Fucking.
Yeah.
It's going to be the greatest thing ever, and it all goes back to. I'm telling you, our community, our people that watch us, and things like that, and. I think it's just going to get better and better and better. And we talk about the stupidest shit, but it's a damn conversation in a fucking truck on the way to work
Yeah.
or on the way to the damn beer store or away from the girl or with the girl. We always have that. The motorcycles all damn day. You know, it was that, so... we have that part of it and stuff. I think it's going to get better and better and better.
And with that being said, with the listeners and the people
Yeah.
that we have that watch,
yeah.
if you go back and look at the first week and the second week, it was a little better. Then you look
Yeah.
at the third
That
week,
is-
and from week 3 on, the visuals, the audio, everything's
yeah, everything.
So what we were able to do
Thank you.
in 3 weeks,
That boy
yes,
there.
and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But what we've been able to do in 3 weeks, just with getting our hands and our heads wrapped around things.
Yeah.
So
It's just going to get better.
and that's the thing. I mean, like you said, it's not cheap to do this.
No, fuck no, it's not.
And that's why we set up the Cash App, the Venmo, which
Yeah.
is at Chris and Corey Show.
Yeah.
If you want to donate, you want to send us gift cards, whatever, like Chris said last week, we'll drink your beer. We'll talk about
send it
you.
in, yeah. Yeah.
But we have
Jeff's a connoisseur.
we have
So
things that we want to do moving forward to make this even better for you guys.
Yeah, moving forward, one of these days. Now, this studio is on the Juniata River, and when I say on, we are 10 feet away from water.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking hellin'. So one of these days, the studio will have a big deck that overlooks the river, and one of these days, hopefully, the Chris and Corey show will be on the river. I mean, on the river.
So are you saying that the Chris and Corey
Yeah.
show is going to have a big deck?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And that's my girl's biggest wish.
At least one of us will have a
decks
big deck.
Don't think I'm sticking that in the saw. So.
But it stops.
Yeah, it stops. Yeah. Trust
We don't.
me.
We don't.
Trust me.
We don't
Yeah.
need that saw.
Nah.
We can't use that saw while making the deck because you'll never get any wood cut.
Let me tell you what. This idiot that invented this, does he have all his digits? You know what I mean? Because somebody, that's a different podcast. That fucking.
Yeah, we could do a whole podcast on
Yeah.
stupid inventions.
Yeah, and that's one of them. But I'm glad it's there. But the trial and error of that, yeah. How many wieners did we mess up? You know?
Just remember, like somebody thought the car was a stupid idea at some point. So
Somebody thought the electric car was.
somebody
then the
thought
gasser,
that
and-
electricity wasn't needed.
Yeah.
So like thank God that we have these people that push the envelopes, because while we laugh at them and tease them,
Yep, that's what makes us.
I
funny.
want my toilet inside. I don't want to be pooping in a hole outside
That's-
anymore.
that
Who
comes
would've
down to
thought
one
that?
word:
Yeah.
evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now that's another problem.
You know, and that's the
it
thing.
just
It's
keeps going.
between the industry, people, individuals. You have to keep evolving.
Yep.
If you don't, you're getting left behind.
I love history, man. I'm a history freak, dude. Let me tell you, I watch all of it with biblical politics. You can't name it. I watch it 24 hours a day. I watch it, and the history of the evolution in itself is it's a podcast, and we need to do that. It just to say what my dumb ass knows, and I'm an idiot, and I would love to throw my spiel in on it, and it's fun to watch, but you got to watch what you say, you got to watch what you do, especially in our community.
Yeah.
I know I do, but because I love my community. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. And that'll be a tippy toe situation. Anytime you put evolution and Big Bang and politics in this tight of community,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
those
a tip-toe.
conversations can go.
At the bar and not on the interweb.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I'm
Hey,
at.
I was always told there's two things you don't talk about at a bar: politics and religion.
Amen. There you go. And that being said, too.
Well, thank God I don't believe in politics. Oh, wait a minute. That was the wrong thing.
You know what ruffled me up? You know what ruffled me up the other day? And speaking of politics, speaking of fucking politics and our community.
Thank you for that, Jeff. I needed that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, he did. I swear that hit the bell. We need that bell, like. Ding.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Don't that sound good there? When's the last time you heard that? That's good.
been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. You fucking right. But that being said, though, the politics in our community right now, and our little watering hole and things like that, and that amazed me. And we won't even go into there. I should stop there. But it amazed me. The little boy came back and things like that. That blew my damn mind apart right there. But that's the politics around here, and we, as a community, we deal with and accept the things that we do. But I think you being the person you are, why I look up to Jeff and things, that we can accept those sort of things, forgive those sort of things, go home and not lose sleep over those sort of things, because that jackass is what that jackass is.
Yeah, and listen, at the end of the day, I always think this.
Yeah.
Like, it's a shame that we've lost the ability to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
The politics around here are what they are.
Yeah.
But it's a real shame that if you don't believe what somebody else believes, you suddenly are infringing upon our free speech. We have a ton of veterans in this area. We do a lot of things for them. The Moose does a lot of things to support them. But one of the things that's real is these people serve for us to have our own opinions. So whether or not you think that the Democrats are socialists or the Republicans are saving your way of life, it doesn't matter. Like what does matter is that you respect somebody else's opinion to think and believe what they believe.
Yep.
We have, and Chris, you talk about all the time, like that's my core belief. I want to be able to sit down and have an intelligent conversation with somebody, not an argument.
Yep.
And whether it's religion or whether it's politics, just because what you believe isn't what somebody else believes, it doesn't make them wrong or communists.
Nope.
It makes it freedom of speech. That's why we're here.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. It makes a community.
Yep.
And that's the thing. If everybody believed the same thing,
if we all rooted for the same football team, what fun would it be? Who would we play?
Not a bit. Yeah.
So,
that's right.
It's heartbreaking to see how our society has evolved and how lack of tolerant we've become in total. And the irony is, while we're becoming lack of tolerant, we're trying to push tolerance. So it's crazy to me to see, but we should all respect each other's opinions
and have those debates and have those
have those discussions.
But all walk out shaking hands and doing that, because
it's okay to disagree.
Yes,
I had a great conversation with Chad's son at the bar the other night. We agreed to disagree. We're very different where we came from, but you know what? I was able to sit there and have a drink with him, have a conversation, because he's a smart young man and
he is a very smart young man.
And just because we disagreed didn't mean we had to have an argument. We're actually able to talk about it like human beings.
What is it? Tell me this. What is it about the damn littles that are so laid back? They are so laid back.
Yeah. Chad has been that way since I've known him, and
I think Chad's so laid back because he's such a kick-ass cook that he's like, you might not like me, but you're gonna love my food.
And he has personality. That boy has the personality.
I've known Chad since I was 16.
Oh yeah,
17.
Yeah.
But you can see it reflects in Braden, though.
It does.
It really does.
And we met his other son when we were in there. Just a great family, great people, and a love for life and a respect for others.
Yep.
And that's where it all comes, right? That's our jobs as parents. Love life and respect others.
Yep.
If you teach your kids that, and you teach those around you that, and exercise it, then you get people like Braden.
Yep, that's for fucking right. And, hence, Chad's girl now. And they're just honest people, man.
Yep.
It's good, honest people. Man. I love them.
That's one thing that I like about her. It don't matter who you are, whether you're a friend or not. You know where you stand with her 24/7.
Damn right. That's good.
Hey, Mindy likes bourbon, so she's a win with me.
Mindy does not like to play with me.
I love it.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. I we've all been a victim of letting Corey mix the drinks.
Oh yeah, that's for damn sure. Yeah, but
good bartender.
Oh,
absolutely stellar bartender.
I was there. Yeah. Why did you not go back to that? Is that an option now?
I've been asked if I would.
Yeah. So why don't you pick up
I just want to serve people and enjoy that. I don't want to deal with the computer or food or anything like that.
So that's where it lost.
Yeah, I don't.
But if you want to go all in, I'm sure.
But the way that my brain,
yeah,
the way that my brain works is like I think that I couldn't talk to people and be a good bartender if I'm worried about who gets food, who's sitting here, who's sitting there, how do I do this?
That's part
who wants
of it,
tickets, who wants that's sensory overload to me.
Oh,
if you want to put me behind a bar with somebody else and they want to take care of that and I'll just serve people drinks.
Well, that's evolution again. Yeah, that's evolution again. That's the 2 + 2. Hey, let's make this what do they call that? Calculus. Let's turn 2 + 2 into calculus.
Like when we did that for the employee deal.
Oh, that was a blast.
That was way more fun than I would have thought.
I know. That's what I was saying.
And it's like you're never behind a bar. And I mean, all you guys said, look, you can mix drinks. Like you obviously you get us all fucked up all the time.
Yep.
But it's like you've never been in that situation. And I'd say within the first 45 minutes to an hour, I knew what Nia was drinking. I knew exactly what it was. I knew this person, that person.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want to drink. And it's like, and it was great. We did chips. I didn't have to deal with nothing. Like
You're responsible for the wedding drink for me, so
yeah.
But now, next level is knowing that button, you know, and that's just the next
And that's
level.
what I mean. I talked to Jesse
That's
about it. He's like, "That's easy." Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to have to deal with food.
Yeah, but
Like,
do you see them standing there right now? I think that computer system they got up there is now this being the local water and all, and it's kind of a shit show because can I make a food order? Beep, 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 and that takes up like when you take a minute or say call it 90 seconds, and
there's a lot of buttons to be pushed.
yeah, yeah. So I just want a moose burger, beep, with fries, beep, and you keep adding with ranch, beep, and it just keeps going and going and going. Yeah. And I don't think you can fix that, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
either.
I'm
I
not
really
gonna
don't.
lie. It was
Laura
a lot of
Mason's
fun.
got it down pat. What do you want? Barbecue. Yeah, that's what
You owe me $30. Get out of here.
Get out.
Yeah.
I mean, sitting.
I might owe you 40. I might owe you 20. You're gonna get charged 30.
We're gonna
Yeah,
you'll
get
be
out
back,
of here.
Yep, you'll be back next week. It'll be fine.
I mean, sitting on this side of the bar for so many years, and now you're on the other side of it.
Oh yeah.
It's a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
I think of my mom and my brother, and I would back those, you know, and I was always the beer back. So all I was doing was breaking kegs and serving beer, but I never touched liquor, never touched food out to the public, you know.
Yep.
But I cooked, you know, in the back, and I just did whatever the hell Mom told me to do. But still, a beer back, let me tell you, man, that's fun. Man, I would drink all night, and I didn't even know the keg. Oh, man.
I'm gonna tell you, when that pumpkin beer kicks down there at the Moose, and they put that Nugget Nectar on from Trogs,
What is that?
that's the next beer that's gonna be on tap. When they do that,
Wait.
I'm just gonna. You will not see my car leave the Moose parking lot.
But what
until
would you
I
call that? You call it Nugget?
Nugget
what?
Nectar.
Nugget Nectar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Who
what
makes that? Trogs?
Trogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So we'll give them a shout out. Maybe they'll send us some money.
Yeah.
But,
Shout out to Trogs, yeah.
But yeah, that's like that beer on tap is like that's like liquid heaven. But I don't believe in heaven, so I
Is
guess
that an ale? Is that what
You don't believe in
what
heaven or
flavor is
religion or politics?
I don't
How
know
did that
whichever
go
one I
again?
said.
Let me have a couple of those. What for flavor is that? If you
It's
could
like an
describe
IPA.
it.
Yeah, it's like a old school American IPA. It's
Oh,
not like that
yeah.
grapefruity, hazy, like a.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the way they used to be
Citrusy
back
or-
in the day.
Yeah,
See, I wish I liked IPAs because there's so many different ones.
Yeah, there is.
I wish I could too, and I can't, man. I try so fucking hard, and I've tried every fucking thing out there. Yeah.
Like I like outside of normal,
If I drank
obviously
enough of
beer. I love the Rusty Rail, Fool's Gold,
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Isn't
and
that a peanut butter?
That's the
though?
peanut butter.
peanut butter, half of
Half of
Weizen.
Weizen.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
This is only me and you in the whole.
What?
We just drink fucking. If peanut butter, if Jif came in a liquid, me and you would fucking
Yeah,
die.
I know.
We would fucking die.
And then what's the one I had up at Mr. Akio's? That was like 14%
Oh yeah, that was that Southern Tier.
Southern Tier.
Was that peanut butter?
It was a.
I don't like
it was
dark
a
beer.
s'mores beer.
It's a s'mores beer. I don't like dark beer, but I tried it. Oh man, that's good shit.
Was it thick?
It was. I mean, it
Yeah,
was
but they
thicker.
so when you go out to a bar and they serve you beer
Yeah.
in a little goblet, you know bad shit's about to
fucking
happen.
right.
Like
I had-
that's the
I
beginning of the
I
end of
drank
shit's not going to go well.
Strong.
Yeah, they're like
strong
11%ers, and he drank 2 of them, and I was like,
in goblets.
yeah. If they don't put it in a pint glass, it's a problem. Like that's my general rule of thumb.
Was it like coffee though?
No,
No, sweet.
It's sweet. It was like a s'mores.
It literally tasted like you were drinking a s'more.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was
So
good.
I
Elisa
told you-
likes those. They have those in cans down at East, and it's not the, I forget, they have a creme brulee one, and I forget what the other one is. Might be like a hot
a
chocolate or
creme
something.
brulee.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like they're pushed with nitrogen and they're in cans and they're 10%, and it's like $10 I think for each one. They're like, honest to God, you pour them out in a glass and it's just like they're this dark, foamy, and then when you drink them, they're just smooth. I mean, they are. That Southern Tier does an amazing job with their beers.
And that Fool's Gold, I've had it in the big can. I've had it in the cans,
It's better on tap.
but when I had it on tap down there,
Yeah,
it's so much better.
Yep.
Like you can taste.
Yeah, because it's not pasteurized.
Yes.
So when you're getting it on
So
a
much
barrel,
better.
it's just But those I haven't had very many drinks. That Fog Monster from Rusty Rail is their hazy.
What is
IPA.
that? What?
It's a
now, that's
hazy
a-
IPA.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of over the hazies. Like I'm trying to go back to the Americans because I feel like I've been grapefruited out and hazied out. But that Fog Monster is still a solid one.
But one thing about the hazies is you can always follow that because you know what the hell the end result is.
Yeah.
As that hazy and that aftertaste
Yep.
and that follow up and
It's very and there's a lot of really good ones. I go back to
Oh,
those like the Nugget Nectar, and that's when I started with IPAs was, and they're like 7.5%. And back in the day, like that was big beer. Like when that first came out, you were like 7%. Wow. Now 7%'s like amateur hour.
So when we went to that thing at the Millerstown community thing,
Yeah.
and we got the
is that a wine? thing?
Lindgren beer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I like that one that we got.
Yeah. I think
It was like bowling with turkeys or something.
Bowling
taking
with turkeys?
selfies with turkeys.
Taking selfies with turkeys.
But the Lingering beer, like they've got to be the most underrated microbrewery in the area. Like they have a beer called Collapse in the Corner. That's a chocolate stout. They're a local business. Like they're right here in Duncannon.
Yep.
It's fantastic beer. And the owner and his dad.
Trail doing a collab with them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And the owner, it's a young guy, and it's him and his dad. The nicest guys you'll ever meet in your life. Just genuinely fantastic people. Support the community and do what's right for their customers.
And that's the old bank in
Yeah, they're
Duncannon.
putting in that
Yeah.
old bank in Duncannon.
Yeah.
He's such a nice guy. And always treats you like you're the only customer in the building.
Yep.
He's just
I've
a
only heard nothing
fantastic
but
guy. Yep.
great things about those guys. Yeah.
Yeah. And some of their beers haven't been my favorites, but like even when you tell him why you don't like something, like he
They take
listens.
it.
Like he,
Yep.
and sometimes just the style of beer I don't want, but they're decent guys.
Yep. Because there's 100 other opposites. Yeah.
Yep.
I do understand that, but I've only heard nothing but great people about stories about those guys there now. Yeah, so that's good. I like Old Trail coming in down there, and now we have in Newport. So the Doyle's
coming in.
Yeah, coming in hot. And speaking of neighbors, and but there's so many things going on down here in the freaking Newport in the borough.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, man. So now they're dropping the big what's the big furniture place down there? The
Myers.
No, yeah. So that's Sweet to the Soul now. Shout out to them because that is a great.
Yeah, that was the Goodwill, right?
Yeah, that was the Goodwill.
Yeah. And
When they went out,
amazing what
Myers
they
moved
done
in.
with that. Yeah, they the Myers came in and made the whole showroom and all that. But right beside of them, there, Sweet to the Soul took that next place over, and that's all ice cream, and they took that Newport buildings and made it amazing down there. Yeah, it's really nice. But what is that one on, if you're going through the square right now, from here, and it's on the left there, Carpetbaggers.
Carpetbaggers, yeah.
So they're selling out. And I heard one of our a lot of our listeners, like one of the breakfast places down there.
Oh, the
are selling
Espresso
out.
Yourself used to be good down there. Not that one.
No. It's another one. I don't want to say a name, but they're moving out. Yeah, they're selling out, and they're asking like $1 million for this place.
Wait.
Yeah. And how, I don't give a damn. You tell me what building down in Newport. Let me tell you what building down in Newport is worth $1 million? Not fucking one of them.
I don't think all of them are worth $1 million together.
I'll tell you, that's what I was fixing to say. You give me the right side of that whole block down there, still not worth $1 million.
Yep.
Yeah, still not worth $1 million. But that's what they're asking. But
Well, you can ask what you want.
Yeah.
You only got to find one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you dumbass. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but yeah, there you go. That's exactly what I was thinking. You only got to find one.
Yeah, and they've always been hater of ours. So, they say mean things to us and things. But Carpetbaggers being one of them there, I'll tell you, that's a great locale, for anybody that would come in and do something in that little section there. But the amount of money and that being sweet to the soul, they have fixed that place to the modern day that is, and God bless them, and I love her to death and him too, and they have poured their heart and soul into it. But Jesus Christ, man, I don't have it, and that's the studio here. If I had it and would just dump it, it would be that. And I'm kind of like a prisoner to what I've done, and I don't want to be that, and I've never been that. And me and Laura stick to that. And if I did that here, yes, it would do great. There's not a shadow of a doubt. But do I want to do this and don't have a recollection of what's going to happen tomorrow for here? Nah, fuck you. I'm not doing it. And one of these days something great will come about, but this is not that place. I'm not going to do it. I can build a place right now. I can build from scratch a place on the fucking river for what it would cost me to turn this place around. This is a beautiful place. It's a well-built place, but it was built on a different aspect of not what a fucking restaurant is. And I can build one now that would be if not the same cost, as goddamn close. And now I'm just not that. But Newport now, I think, and am I wrong when I say this? Is that bridge going to be something's going on this year with that bridge?
I think they're talking about closing that bridge down.
Yeah, and let me tell you what the fuck, that's going to be a shit show.
Those local businesses are going to get crushed down there.
It's going to be a hellish thing, man. And that might, so when the pandemic came around for Laura Mays, it was the greatest year ever. Only because nobody could go in and dine in.
That's right. You were forced to go to places like that.
Yeah, and we are outside dining and things like that. So maybe, come on, Newport, tear the bridge down. Come on in the Laura.
And I've discussed that too. Like with the railroad tracks, it's not like you can build another bridge.
No, and they're going to have
tear
to
that one down. You can't. There's only one way in.
But are they not going to have to do that? Like build another bridge?
No, they're probably going to send you through Millerstown and out over up over the valley.
How the fuck do you get back that way, though?
That's probably the way they're going to have to send you. I mean, how else are you going to get into Newport other than that?
They'll have to fix that up because I'm telling you, it's a shit show on the way back through here. Yeah. I mean, back road.
Well, think about it.
Across.
Think about Port Royal when they shut that down.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's identical.
It's a total, and that was a mess.
Now you're going all the way out, which is what you'd have to do here.
Yep.
You'd have to run all the way out 17, turn at Donnelly's Mills, and go up to go into Newport.
Yep.
See, I hadn't been back this way as many times as I know Port Royal side. So I know the back through there, but I don't know this way very much unless you go way back in back here.
You can go up over Hominy Ridge too.
Oh, yeah,
those
yeah.
are all township roads. So the state won't detour you that way.
Oh, if you want to go all the way back to Hellsville, what I call Ickeysburg, you can go back, the ridge, and then take 17 out. But goddamn, that's 15 miles.
Well, you can go out to Donnelly's Mills, like Corey was saying, and make that left right there where that old general store used to be.
Where's that?
You can even go directly across the bridge and take Sugar Run Road.
That's
Oh,
it.
Sugar
That's,
Run.
yeah.
Sugar Run
Yep,
Road and
yep.
go
Yeah, that
around.
takes you up on Hominy Ridge.
And
That's,
then once you get up through the Narrows and it goes left and right,
Yep.
make
Stay
the left,
left and,
and take
go
that.
up to that stop sign and make another left
It'll
and
bring,
bring you
it'll
down
bring
there.
you out into
But it's
Wyland
an
area.
extra 15 minutes to go out that way.
Oh yeah.
I think the girl, the love of my life, she called it Jippus the other day. So I guess that's what will be is Jippus.
Jippus?
Yeah, GPS.
Oh.
To get the hell out of here. Yeah, Jippus. Yeah. So that'll be that. That's how that. But drop her in the damn river, reckon. The old bridge.
Yeah.
They'll recycle it. That's all steel.
Yep.
Yeah. Freshly painted though.
I don't know if there's many full blown steel bridges
Not singing bridges like that.
around.
Not singing. There's a.
They got rid of
remember-
that one out there
Oh,
on 104. They put a whole new bridge in out there.
Yep.
Well, didn't we come across and we still come across it? And I bet that motherfucker will stay there for the rest of mine and your life. And we came there with sparks flying out from our fucking pegs. Where was that? That's coming out of Richfield from the county, what do they call it?
County
seat.
line.
Yep, county line. And that'll be that little tiny fucking bridge. That
Yeah.
thing can't be 40 foot long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scrubbing.
That
fucking
one's not
pegs.
going anywhere.
No.
No. Why would you? Yeah. I was.
I bet your scrapes are still there.
Probably so, but Laura, did she care? And this is where I was at with when you were saying, and Laura don't care, man. And if we go down, you know what she's going to do? She's going to go down. She don't care. And being your girl
Yep.
or whoever, and your girl, when they go down, they're going. You know what Laura's going to do? She's going to go down. She don't care, man. I'm telling you, man. She just wants the experience of, and I'll say this a million times. I have the best woman in ever thinking I would never have a woman as great as her. She don't mind tomorrow.
Yep.
She gonna take it, and even if we flip the Land Cruiser or the 4Runner, even if we lay the bike down, even if she's gonna tell me this, she's gonna say, it was gonna happen. This is her outlook. It is what it is. And I had to learn that. And I never knew patience. And you know me, and you know me. I'm quick, and I'm a jabber, and I climb, and I do all that bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, slow down, boy. Do this, and whatever happens, happens.
Elisa and I would be the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm more like Laura May. She's more like you.
Yeah. Yeah. But the greatest in the fucking world, man. I'm telling you, man. And don't give a fuck. You know, scrapers. Those are going to be there next year when we come through there. But did she squinch up? Is what I was thinking. Like you were saying, you know, your girl was. You think Laura did? No, man. No, she came home with me and she was like, oh, yeah. There were sparks flying out from under my fucking. Yeah, didn't care. And there was a goddamn car coming. I was like, because I dove in there. I think you dove in front of me. Yeah. But that goes back to ride your ride, motherfucker. Don't follow me.
That's it.
Don't follow me.
Yep, don't follow me.
Yeah.
I was following James.
Ride
I
your
was
ride.
like, he knows my ride. I just follow him.
Yeah.
But
I didn't have no
from
glasses.
From my
either.
perspective on it, it was fucking badass because you got one rider going this way and then this way, and it's like
Yep.
it was just it was
Then me and Corey left out.
it was like a symphony.
Me and Corey left out though. Was that no? That wasn't the same night. That was a different night. And when we came back, me and you by ourselves.
Oh, that was when James and I stopped to get gas at the
Oh, yeah,
Sunoco.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, dude. We came down 17, I don't think we missed under 80 mile an hour. We were freaking helling, man. And that's the difference in riding with the girls and not.
Yep.
Yeah. So you ride that, and that's the experience you get. But that was a good ripper that night.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to clean the cobwebs out a little bit.
That's right. And we did that night. Or I did anyway. You know, I know yours could stretch on out there, but I was stretching. Those damn floorboards, you love them, then you hate them. You know, in them corners, them fucking floorboards suck.
Yeah, but I'll take it because like when I'm riding, I feel like I'm in a recliner.
Yeah, fucking right. And
because James has those foot pegs on his dyne, and every time I ride that, I'm like, no.
I know, but and I agree with what he keeps his argument. It is I grew up with those.
That's all he's ever had.
So, but the floorboards, they don't crumple. You know, they'll do
fold
this.
up.
Yeah. And man, that's fine with me because I didn't have no problem with that. You know, there were sparks flying, and
Yeah, the first time it happened,
yeah,
and I saw
scary.
sparks, I was like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Oh, that was going to Corey's. That was going to Corey's in Millerstown. So me and Laura on the back of that, and I crumpled them up, come up in. I thought, whoa, God, I didn't think I dipped. You know, and that's that damn bagger. That's why I want to freaking street glide. I just wanted something low rider
I'm telling you,
with hellish horsepower.
it is, in my opinion, it's the best riding bike. It is. I mean, everybody has their opinion.
Yep.
Electra,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah, Ultra.
road guy.
Yep.
I like.
Some of our friends with them ultras will argue that into
Yeah. But for me, in my situation, with having a rider, liking to listen to music,
Oh yeah,
Just-
that dash.
it's a perfect situation, and it's a great bike. That bike feels no different with me riding it by myself or with her on the back. Like, you legitimately can't tell she's even on the back of it. And that's where I was saying,
Well, I think she's
the difference in how balanced the bike is night and day difference.
Have you looked up more of what's your buddy's name down there in Lancaster? Or Lebanon? Or anyway, have you looked his dash up that fits the V-Star?
Brandon.
No.
The
We
dash.
rode with
Oh,
him.
Bill.
Yeah, Bill.
Down at Hannah.
So because that, I think that it looks good, but it's more of a stand-up version.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
it could
got
be
the but
lower.
that's a 1300 that he has too.
Yeah, and that's the newer.
But you could put that on our
fuel
bike.
injected and
Yeah.
things. But what I mean is, could we find like
A fairing.
I bet they make that fairing. Like,
Oh, they do, that fits the
Street Glide.
1100.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, that'll give it the street glide
Yep.
vibe. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I would like to have
absolutely.
that, and speakers and CD player.
Oh yeah,
or,
I'd love to have the radio.
Bluetooth, man, dude. Yeah, and they make all that now too. You know, to where you just like slam a speaker on. So
Well,
they got-
I was looking
want
at the speakers that go right on your handlebars.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and they
that's-
do that.
Yep.
But I want that dash.
Yeah, the dash is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. I want to, but I like the stance and everything. It don't have to be a low rider. I would love an Ultra Glide. I would love a Fat Boy. I'd love a Gold Wing. There's so many out there I would love to have, but and there's a lot of them out there like that just like my brother being one of them, the Gold Wing, and he has not the it might be a Fat Boy right now that he's got, but he's got both of those. You know, he's got the, and I'd like to have that because when we were talking about the Blue Ridge Parkway. Now, what would you rather run and it don't stop at that. I guess I shouldn't ask that question. I would rather run the Parkway on the Gold Wing and quiet and
Oh,
hear
absolutely.
the, you know, and hear the birds chirping and things like that. But and the same, you know, with all of our friends, you know, and I'd love to ride it on a fucking street glide or an Ultra Glide, you know, with the fucking dash and stuff like that. That'd be amazing.
I still, you know, I the only bikes I've ever ridden are cruisers. So like, There's something to be said for the open handlebars.
So see, that's why I'm saying when I was talking about his R and my FZ. So you've never done a sport bike?
Nope, never.
Yeah, that'd be fun. The Habusas right now, you can get fairly cheap.
Yeah,
you know they're not hellish expensive, but me being a big old boy right now, I'd like to run one of the 1300 Habusas and
there's a reason
and have a.
There's a reason they put the extended rear swing arm on them things.
Yeah, because they can't stay on the road.
You
can't
keep
keep the front end down.
You had the R, and my buddy had the 600, you know, and had the extended arm on it, and that was a lot of fun. But my 750 and the 1100s that my uncles had, and things, and the Ninja, I think that was the 1000s back then, and no extended arms, and man, what for fun they were.
They're fun.
You talk about a different ride, and that goes back to 322 and 11 and 15. I'm aggressive. But this was on this was on only really seriously when you think of downtown Harrisburg, stoplight to stoplight, or Carlisle Pike.
Yep.
Carlisle Pike. That's more like what it was. You know, you went stop, stop, stop.
Did next time you talk to Scott, I have to ask him to show me a picture of his bike.
Oh,
you don't ride it.
What is
it? It's a big dog chopper.
Oh yeah, those are badass.
Hardtail.
Yeah,
he doesn't ride it because there's no suspension.
And it beats the hell out of
him.
Yeah.
He went on a ride, I don't know, 2 years ago, I think he went on a ride, and he's like, my back was jacked up for. I'm like, dude, why don't you get rid of it and get a cruiser? And, you know, get a bagger.
Sell that because it is that's one of the sought after. I got one.
Yeah, it's literally a legit big dog chopper.
No shit. What for motor is that?
I don't know how big it is, but it's an SNS.
Yeah. Wow. That's something different. That was a fad. Yeah.
Speaking of Scott, and talking about local businesses, if anybody out there is looking for a roof on their house, you can look up Encore Roofing.
Yeah, Encore. That's not a small company around us.
Scott's been in business for many years, and he's a hell of a guy, and he has a hell of a good business.
Yeah, he'll get her done too, and.
Yeah, and he's a good guy.
Easy to talk to, and man, he'll come out and give you a good price. And,
yep.
Yeah, I agree 1,000 times over. Yep, good dude, man. Yeah, that's a great couple in itself. Man. They're good people. Yep, but
all my people are good people.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade my friends for anything in this world.
Oh fuck no, man. Like I've been saying, and we've been saying, with this community around here, it's untouchable. You come into Perry County one time and asking for trouble, and work into our spot here, you got problems, man.
Yeah.
Everybody has guns. That's a given, you know. But this community is tight, man. And you pick on one person, you picked on the whole damn community around here anyway, and our little watering hole. And Jeff will tell you right quick, when you screw up at that watering hole one time, we let you know you screwed up at our watering hole, and you're making us look bad, and you're not acting right. Nope. You know what I mean? It's not that you're a bad person, but you're not acting right. Straighten up. And our community will let you know right quick. You know, hey, we love you, but get the hell out of here.
Yeah, and I always, I've been in my house for 20 years.
Yeah.
In 20 years, I haven't owned a door key. I can't lock my house. And I always think, I don't need it because. No. If you're dumb enough to come in,
because you're got
probably going to leave with a stretcher.
Yep.
Like at the end of the day, I'm not looking for trouble.
No.
But if you're dumb enough to come in the front door and you're not welcome,
Amen.
It's not going to be a good situation. And my friends And Corey knows this. Chris, you know this.
Yep.
The back door's open.
Yep.
You guys are welcome to come anytime you want.
Yep. But
And-
this is
and
what we
that's
have.
what we do.
This is what we have as a community, though, around us. And so we don't have many neighbors. But our neighbors are in seeing distance
That's
of our
it.
farms
Yep.
and our stuff here. If somebody don't belong, they don't belong, and that's going to come with results.
Yep.
And yeah, we don't have to have keys. We got guns.
We just have a Gemma.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it.
I got Zeus,
That-
the mighty King Charles Cavalier. He'll take anybody out with his breath.
Well, I wish I could say that about Kevin.
That
but,
girl, I tell you what, if she does not know a vehicle, she knows what vehicles neighbors drive.
Yeah.
And what
The
cars
mailman,
belong
the
and
mailman.
not belong.
Oh, Gemma's the bomb.
the fucking
Gemma's
mailman,
the
don't
bomb.
Gemma know like when she's delivering across the street?
Yeah.
Across the fucking street.
She-
Yep, I already
she
see it.
Gemma's
literally-
the-
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She is the little old lady that sits
Her
on the
tail
porch
don't
swing out
wag.
front.
Yeah, her tail don't wag. It's her
whole body
ass.
shakes.
Her fucking whole ass
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
But if somebody comes to the door that she doesn't know, she's got that 3-inch wide strip of fur on her back that stands straight up.
Yeah.
And then you open the door up,
Yeah.
and she then knows, okay, my dad and my mom know this person. Okay, hi, pet me. How's it going?
Yeah, but if not, yeah.
if not,
Yeah, your ass
Like-
is done.
there is a curdling bark that dog has that I would not want to see.
Yeah. That's,
She cracks me up because her she's like she bounces like when
Oh,
she
yeah.
greets you, like her whole body, like she greets you with her entire body.
that's the boxer. Yeah.
She's an amazing
They're well, she's how old now?
9.
Yeah, a 9-year-old puppy that'll eat your ass. Yeah. A friend of mine brought up their King Corso yesterday. He was there. Yeah, he was there. They came up and he had to,
yeah.
the boy had to put her into the back of the car, and it's a black brindle. So when you see pictures of it, you think it's black. No, when you see it in person, it is fucking brindle with heavy black.
It's almost
Tone.
like reversed. When you
Yeah.
normally see a brindle, it's
Lighter,
Lighter
the
with
browns
a-
and things.
more
Yeah,
brown, less
yeah,
black.
yeah,
That's black, less brown.
yeah, reversed. That was great. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like a box, or
But-
kind of like a Dalmatian I had one
Yeah.
time. Dumbest dog I ever had.
Yeah.
It was, instead of being black and white, it was liver colored and white. The
Same
spots were
one.
liver. That was the dumbest dog I've ever had in my life.
I've had them, and I don't want Peter to kill me, but yep, that was the dumbest damn dog ever. So when the underground fences first came in, and I can't say that, but when I was first introduced to underground fences, so yep, this damn Dalmatian. So you put that collar on and you introduce them for a whole fucking week of these flags around the yard. For a whole fucking week. And I told the motherfucker, go outside bad, inside good. Outside bad, inside good. So you start taking it down, you wean them off, and they have basically like a dimmer switch on this fucking fence. The closer they get, then it'll go off. So when you start it, you put it really close, which in my mind is different. But you make it sharp, in other words, so they can't get to it. But once they get to it, it goes whack. It gets them. But when you teach them this, all it does is click or beep. I done all this shit. That fucking dog, he would run through that damn fence. This is 6 months in. That stupid bastard. He would just run and he'd start getting electrocuted by that damn collar. And I know I'm going to catch hell about this. But he would run through 20 yards in and 20 yards out. And goddamn, I'd find him 3 days later. That was the dumbest son of a bitch ever. And he was a biter. He'd bite everybody that came to see me.
I got when Charger was a puppy or Springer.
Yeah.
Elise and I got him a shock collar, and
For what?
because he didn't listen,
But
he
what was-
just didn't listen. So we got the
Like
shock
run
collar.
away listening?
No, like for when he would like chew stuff up and like destroy stuff.
Stop.
So we were gonna wrap them with
I
this.
told you.
So like I thought, because I didn't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
So I decided I want to see how it felt.
Mm-hmm.
So I put this thing, on my hand.
Yeah.
And then, I'm like holding it like up against my skin, and I'm hitting the button and it didn't do anything. And I'm like, what's the stupidest thing in the world? Well, I didn't realize that I didn't have the shocker on the collar itself. So I was hitting a button in the remote, nothing was happening.
Did you stick it around?
No, while I was holding it against my chest, I must have bumped the button, and I had the remote turned the whole way up. I'm going to tell you something. Don't ever hit your dog with the remote the whole way up. I thought I was going to piss my pants. Like, I felt like I tased myself. I was like, well, it works. So, but I think we only hit Charger with it like one time at like 1, and then he realized that the beep was what was going to whack him. So all you had to do was hit the sounder, and he knew to like get his shit together. Yeah. And then when we got Ren, that little hellion of an Australian cattle dog, she didn't like the fact the Charger had that big box on his collar, so she chewed it up and destroyed it while he was wearing it. I think Charger was like, that's why they're best friends now. He ruined the collar. Thank you very much.
That is great. I grew up, half.
Yeah, the only person that got shocked at our house was me.
See, when we were at the other house,
Great.
and Gemma would get outside, it was like a game.
Yeah.
You could open the front door up, see through the foyer.
That is already
kitchen,
bad.
to the
It's
back
not a
deck,
game.
right?
Yeah.
And at least I'll tell you, she's been involved in this.
Yeah.
So the dog gets out, she's just
Chase
full
me,
board,
chase
100
me.
mile an hour.
Yeah.
Like we're hiding behind doors, the front door, so she can't see us. And there's somebody else at the back door going, "Come on, want a treat? Want a treat?" Waiting for her to come in so we can
Grab her.
Hurry up and shut the door. So it's like, what? Like, this is, and she did everything in her power to get out. So then, the wife had got the idea to just take the extended leash and put it in the door. And that's how she'd go to the bathroom, so we could just let her out. But if you let that door open for 13 seconds or less, she's out. She's gone. And it is literally a 2-hour venture trying to get her in the house.
Oh.
So when she sold that house and she bought the new house, she's like, we're close to the road. Like, this isn't going to end well. I said, look, a friend of mine has the underground, but it's not the underground. It's invisible fence. It puts a dome over.
Oh,
there's no wiring. It's completely wireless.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a box in the basement. You set up how far you want to be able.
Perimeter.
Yes, and it sets a complete perimeter around the house.
I've never heard of that.
So she can go outside and same thing. Put the flags out. She got nailed one time, and then she's like, "Oh, okay, now I know." And the same way. Like, and as the years progressed, and that completely changed that dog, because now we could open the door up, she can go outside,
and you don't even go.
And she could just lay in the grass, do whatever she wants, come back to the door when she's ready.
Yeah.
Half the time, her batteries are dead in her collar. Hell,
She doesn't know.
Hell, for a year, almost a year, it was unplugged.
That's what I say.
But she knew this is my now. I did have to plug it back in because she started to test it, going a little bit farther, and a little bit farther.
Although you would, yeah.
But she's not going to run away.
No,
I mean,
no, she would definitely not run away, but get hurt in.
But yeah,
in
I mean,
the road
it's
or something. Yeah.
I had an Airedale Terrier that used to do that, and that dog.
How great of dogs are those?
They're,
now, tell me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But what is the temperament and things of those? Because those are beautiful damn dogs.
They're beautiful and they're smart.
Yeah,
and they're cute. And the only reason that they still exist and haven't been made extinct by their owners is because they're cute. Because anybody that owns one would kill it for all the aggravation they give you. That dog was beautiful and cute, and I'm telling you, loyal as hell.
But what's the aggravation?
I had it in a crate when we went away one time.
Yeah.
And it got out of the crate and it ate the wallpaper off the wall.
Yep.
And then after it ate the wallpaper, it got sick and it shit all over my house.
Wallpaper.
So when I came in the house at 1 o'clock in the morning coming back from a wedding, I came into my brand new carpet covered in dog shit and the dog sleeping in the crate that she escaped out of and chewed up the wallpaper.
Got back in and
went back to bed
and then
and didn't care.
Yeah.
But this dog and she didn't listen. So when she got out, she would run. And she was great with my kids. She was great with other people. She's a fantastically friendly dog. But she didn't listen. So she would get out and she would take off and she'd run around town. We lived in Liverpool. And I can remember we had a friend who she lived right by the old elementary school in Liverpool. And she's really, really nice lady. And Echo ended up, that was the dog's name, ran into her yard. And she's out in the yard because they're big dogs. You know, she's like 85, 90 pounds. She's tall.
Did you name this dog after the Disney movie?
No, I named it after the Rush album, Test for Echo.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, there you go.
So she's running around this lady's yard, and I get down there, and Echo runs out in the middle of the road, like she's on the pavement, and I'm like, I take this dog down now. So I dive at Echo in the middle of the road, right? Like didn't think this through.
No.
And I tackle her and I hit the pavement with this dog, and all the air comes out of my chest like immediately.
Yeah.
And I'm holding on to this dog's collar because I caught her, and this wonderful woman is standing in her backyard because she was nervous that this dog was going to hurt her, which Echo wouldn't hurt anybody.
No.
And I'm holding on to her collar, and I don't have any air left in me. Like I'm like, I literally felt like every ounce of oxygen had been taken out of my body.
Right.
And I'm holding on to this dog's collar for dear life, thinking if she gets away, she's gone.
Yeah.
And she's yelling.
She's
yelling, do you need me to call the ambulance? And I'm thinking, no, but could you call my wife and tell her to come down here with the leash? Like I don't need an ambulance, but I would like a leash. Like that would be helpful. But she was
a runner.
Yeah, and she always took off. And that lady was.
What was the longest she had been away if she ran?
She got away one time. We lived out in the house we're at now. She ran out in the woods, and she was gone for about 5 hours.
Oh, hours.
I had to go get her.
Yeah.
And it was hot. She had bad hips. I had to carry her out of the woods.
Wow.
Yeah, that was brutal.
She was
bad.
Herself. Yeah,
she was. I'll tell you what, though. The one thing about an Airedale Terrier is I don't think I've ever had a dog that smart.
Yeah.
We used to put the dog treats under the counter in the kitchen. Yeah. She learned how to open the door so she got to her treats.
Yeah.
She's brilliant. She's a very smart dog. Good comedian. She used to like to do stuff to be funny.
Yeah.
But you couldn't leave her off a leash ever. No matter how old she got, she lived to be 13 and a half, and no matter how old she got, you could not leave her outside without a leash.
I wonder now, because I'm a small dog person and things like that, but there's a whole bunch of these bigger dogs out there I'm looking at. But because my Kevin is, if I can get him to train one, we've talked about this in the past. But I wonder what the Airedale is running you nowadays.
I don't know. Of all the dogs I've had, and I'm partial, but the Springer Spaniels have been the best.
Oh, fucking right.
They don't run away. They never leave the property.
Well, they're herders, but here grandbaby and things, and we're still hoping the grandbaby comes back to live with me. You know, I don't want a herding dog around me.
Well, the Springers aren't herding dogs. The Blue Heeler's a herder.
Yeah, no,
but the Springers aren't a herder. The Springers
I grew up around Springers,
and they're great. But the Airedales are great. But you're never going to get that dog trained where you can just open the door and let it go ever.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, because they're beautiful dogs.
They are beautiful dogs.
And that being said, too, the other nice, badass gray Labrador look.
Oh, the Weimaraner.
Yeah, Weimaraner.
Oh, they're
don't have a kid around that.
No,
you know, I've been around that a lot. My neighbors had them and had standard poodles. and both of them were badass dogs and awesome, and they just hated us as kids, you know. But as we were around them in Texas out there, that were one on this side, one on that side, and they ended up loving us.
I'll tell you, Airedales love kids.
Yeah,
my daughter, when she was born, I had the Airedale for probably 4 or 5 years at that point in time.
Am I thinking right in thinking that's the blue?
They're like black and brown.
Yeah, but is that what blue? Oh
yeah, the blue beyond
dog food.
Yeah, that's that's that dog.
Yeah. I thought it was.
Yeah. They're. I'll tell you, she was. My daughter would pull on her ears. Yeah. And she had hip dysplasia.
Yep.
And my daughter would yank on her back hips and her fur, and that dog never once snapped at her, ever.
I told my brother he had a rescue, and it was a pit something mix, and just a huge damn dog. And it probably, in reality, probably barely weighed 100 pounds, if that. But it was a big dog. You like Rottweiler big, you know, but barely. And maybe under 100 pounds. But I told him when Michael was born, and he had these fucking meat hooks for teeth. And it was a rescue, you know. He was a big white dog, you know, and I said, look here, I said, and so Michael's cousins are pretty close in proximity of age. And I said, he is never to be around that damn dog by himself. Those kids laid on that dog, jumped on that dog, rode the dog like a fucking horse. And I can't remember the damn dog's name now, but ended up burying that dog. And it was the greatest dog ever. Yeah. You can't judge a book. Yeah.
No, Echo was she was my first one. Echo. And I've had some good ones. PJ, he was my favorite.
Is that on there?
Oh yeah. He's Chargers.
What all you got on there?
I got them all.
I know, but
every one. I got Ren, Maddie, Zeus, Echo, Charger, and PJ.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They've all been good. And not a single one of them I would trade.
You know me and Little Dog. So I had a long-haired Chihuahua, and I had an African gray parrot at the same time. Now this parrot, yeah. And they were best friends. And the parrot was born gimp. And when I mean gimp, it had a
bad wing.
Bad leg. And so all he wanted to do, his name was Mickey. All he wanted to do was walk on the floor. And he never seen a cage. I never had a cage. All he had was a playground. So it was like putting him on a table here, and he had a ladder up and down, and he had food and all that shit. But then my long-haired Chihuahua was named Buster, and she, because I was told it was a boy when I got it, and you know, later on the ex-wife said no, you know, it's a boy. Or a girl rather, and I was like, well, his name's already Buster. So, yeah. But Buster rode with me to work, worked with me every day, every fucking day. He would ride in my back window to work with me every fucking day. The secretaries would come out, feed him every fucking day. He laid under I ran lathes in a lathe department, Bridgeport department. So I run, and it was just shavings of plastics and wood and crap. But so wherever it was the warmest, those shavings, she would lay. And so I ran that till Michael was born. And one day I came home, and Mickey, my bird, Gimp, and so we had it was bigger than this. His playground is what we called it. But it had a ladder that went up, and it had a water bowl and then a feed bowl on the other side, and it's just ladder steps. And now being Gimp, it's kind of hard, but he would hang upside down and do his parrot thing, and he would make his way across and stuff. So I came home one day, and he's hanging upside down, and I'm hanging out, and I'm watching Oprah or whatever. Maury Povich is, he's the father. And never moved. And I went over and he's dead. He had hung there all damn day to where he died. And that was his gimpness. He got stuck.
Yeah.
What happened? And something got hung up. I can't remember the whole story there. But so that being said, so here's Buster, and Buster's the greatest fucking dog. He's my Kevin and Jim, I'm sure, and there's probably a charger involved in that. They know English, so if you say get the fuck out of the way, Kevin knows. I say get the fuck out of the way. He just moves over. I say sit, boy. He'll sit. I say do all I got to do now. Kevin knows hands and all this, from the girls and me and Laura. So if you go like this, he'll stand up real pretty and he'll do a dance and all that crap, So he knows all the tricks, but he knows English, man. And Buster was that with me because of all the people that was in my plant, and he was there every day, and the girls and everything. So I came in one day, and Michael was just born. I laid Michael on my chest after work, and Buster jumped down off the back of the couch, and he landed on Michael's back because he was landing on me. I went whack because it scratched him, And she looked at me with big, bright eyes and thing, and she knew her place. She died 2 weeks later.
Wow.
Yeah. She knew her place. My baby was born, and she was my baby. But I didn't know, but she scratched him when she jumped off the back. I went whack. And she died 2 weeks later. Yeah, that's a fucked up thing, right?
I tell you what.
But you only get those so many in a lifetime, and Kevin's one of them. I bet you have those. I know you do.
Yep.
Yeah. So
that's the thing. We had discussed, another one because Jim is getting older, but
I keep doing that.
You get, like you said, like
you train
Gemma is the perfect dog in every aspect of everything,
and she's going to train that puppy.
Yes, but that's the problem. We can't let her around other dogs.
But a puppy, and you train her to accept that, then yeah.
But she gets.
I would say, look, see where I'm at. I started to call Kevin Michael right there. Yeah.
There was a time when her son brought over their beagle.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Gemma gets overexerted to the point where she had a stroke. She just got stiff and fell against the wall. So she gets way too overstimulated and gets I don't think her body can handle it.
I don't know though. I think a puppy should be okay.
I think with a puppy too.
Gradually.
But I don't know. I mean,
I know Jeff's family.
She's just gonna live forever because she has to.
Yeah, Jeff and Elise and Michaela and James. They need 4 more puppies.
No, we got enough puppies.
No, or maybe a kitten.
We have a cat.
Oh,
we have Lulu.
What about a rabbit? You got a rabbit?
No, we don't need a rabbit.
So you need one of those?
We're going to start charging admission pretty soon.
No, I got
it's like a zoo. We're going to have an all-day pass.
Yeah.
You want to pet the cat? You want to pet the zoo? Yeah. We had a hamster, and then the hamster died.
What and them guinea pigs?
Yeah, it was like that little bitty hamster. What is that, a Russian dwarf thing?
Oh yeah.
And then I forget what its name was.
No tell at all.
It was originally Cracker, but then they changed
Cracker.
Yeah, because it was white, so then everybody thought it was racist, so we had to change the name.
What did you change it to?
I don't know. The thing didn't care what its name was. It never came out and bit everybody that got near it. Like it was
Frosty.
Like it was just a mean little hamster. So then this thing dies. Oh. Like here we go. The hamster dies. So Michaela comes upstairs. And she goes, I think the hamster's dead.
Oh.
I said, okay. She goes, I haven't heard it moving. She said, since yesterday. All right. So.
Was it old?
Yeah, they only live like 2 years or something. They don't live very long. So
why would you buy that?
I don't know. Yeah. Like, why would you buy a hamster? Anybody that's ever owned a hamster.
Or buy them by the dozen.
Like, hamsters are like the worst pet ever.
Okay, so, Mike, I agree with what you're saying.
I'd just buy 10 of them.
So, did you ever go to the Green Dragon?
Yes.
So when I was a kid, my grandfather, we all went to the Green Dragon. My grandfather bought me a hamster. So that was the coolest thing, you know. My grandfather bought me something. Took it home, put it in an aquarium, and didn't have a lid for it. So,
Got out.
No, so I was like, wow, I need to makeshift a lid. So it's like the chicken wire, but it's not the chicken wire. It's like the diamond shape.
Yep.
Put it across the top, folded it down around the edge. Wouldn't you know it, this son of a bitch climbs up the water bottle, chews through the metal, and gets out.
Yep.
Now you're looking for a hamster in a house.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
No.
You just wait until it starts to smell.
Then you find it.
Yep, then you find it.
Yeah, so this hamster, this dwarf hamster that supposedly she didn't hear it move in the last 24 hours. So I go down in her bedroom because Michaela's got this dwarf hamster in her room, and I walk in, and it smelled like death. I'm like, all right, this thing has been dead for more than a day, but we're not going to argue about this. We're just going to take it upstairs. So I take it upstairs. I said to Michaela, I said, what are we doing with this thing? We're going to throw it out? She goes, yeah, okay. So in the meantime, Elise comes home, and now I got the hamster out on the back porch, and it's great. And she goes, what are you doing? I said, the hamster's dead. She said, have you seen it? I said, no, I can smell it. It's dead. She goes, we have to find it to be sure. Not we, me. So I start digging through the cedar chips, and I find this thing. You know, it was like the size of like not even as big as a golf ball. So I find this thing, and it's dead, and it's like hard as a rock. So it had been dead for a while.
Oh, jeez.
So I find this thing, and I go in the house, and I get a garbage bag. And she goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to throw it away. She goes, we need to bury it. I said, well, Michaela doesn't care if we bury it, and it's a hamster. Like, nobody's ever pet this thing. Nobody's ever touched it. Like when my dogs have died, I've had them cremated, and I haven't gotten the ashes back, and maybe that makes me a bad person, but like once I'm done with the dogs, I'll remember them forever. I got my tattoo, and I love them, but I don't want the ashes for my dogs, and I don't really want a burial in my backyard for a dwarf hamster. So Michaela comes out and goes, just throw it out. So we put it in a garbage bag, and we throw out the hamster. And she says to me as I'm throwing a hamster out, Elisa says, did you find it, or are you just telling me you find it because you're tired of looking for it? I said, I found it, and if you'd like me to take it out and show it to you, I'll be happy to, because it's been dead for a while. It wasn't dead for a day. It was like it had been even past rigor mortis. Like, that thing was doomed. So I was like,
stiff as a board.
Oh my God. But yeah, right. And like anybody that's had a hamster as a pet, they've been bit by them.
Yep.
Every hamster bites people.
Gerbils.
Like, why in God's name would you get a pet that you know is going to bite you?
You know what that damn running wheel done for the hamster and the gerbil and all that bullshit? I think that's what they see.
Electricity.
They build their little fucking houses and things like that, and then they run in that damn wheel. That's about all you get out of that.
That's it. That's what you get.
A live
You get
animal.
a lack of sleep because they run in the middle of the night because they're nocturnal.
Yep. That was that damn. Man, my brother has had so many damn animals that are out to lunch, like the sugar glider. The sugar glider.
What's a sugar glider?
It's like a fucking squirrel,
Fly-flying
basically.
squirrel.
Yeah, basically. And it's a nocturnal animal. And of course, him being a bar person, he only lives at night. And that fucking sugar glider was the same way. You know, it would come out and they would let it out of the damn cage. Yeah, here's sign number 1.
Yeah,
you don't do that. Then it would light on to every girl in the house, and that was that. And they would bite, and they would do that, man.
But we got one time when I was a kid, we got a mouse for a pet.
Yeah,
like my parents, like they left us, like they were way too understanding. Yep. We had guinea pigs, mice, dogs, like everything.
Yep.
And like, you know, like salamanders and whatever. So we get this mouse, and my my dad sets the mouse traps in the house with peanut butter. Well, this mouse loved peanut butter. So needless to
Just like
say,
us, Chris.
mouse gets out of the trap. And I have a brother. He's 2 years older than me, and he's a very smart man.
I'd use up all my lives in one shot.
Yeah. So this mouse gets out, and we're in the house, and we're looking for the mouse, and the mouse trap goes off. Snap.
Damn. You were looking for
as we were looking for the mouse.
Son of a.
So lo and behold, Misty, the mouse. Misty. Still remember the name of the mouse, Misty. Misty died an unceremonious death in the peanut butter mouse trap.
Did you run to it like, oh God?
Quick.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the worst part about it was my brother lost his proverbial shit. He started screaming at my dad, telling me he was a murderer. And my brother's a doctor now.
I know,
and I'm telling you, he was calling my dad a murderer. He completely lost his shit over this mouse.
Fucking done?
And I'm like, it's a mouse for crying out loud. It ain't like we killed a child.
We'll go about 3 more.
Walk out in the yard and get another one.
Oh my God! Yeah, that was that. Yeah, that was.
There was a down south anyway. When I was growing up, there was a baby mouse phase. Because they all looked adorable, and I bet I had numerous amounts of them in these little terrariums and shit like that. But the shit that we put those mouse through as kids was not good. Yeah, Peter would love us with that. But they were mice, and it was scientific. So
yeah, you were just for the greater good of mankind.
Did they like alcohol?
Probably not.
Yeah, well. A little bit
like the Tootsie Pop. How many licks? How many shots does it take?
Yeah, there were hits of whatever the hell we were smoking, and they loved it. It was that good times. Yeah. But then my brother, did I tell you the rabbit story of the family rabbit? I should quit just using him. The family rabbit was called Bernard, and he was a Flemish giant.
I'm going to go on a limb here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that I've never heard the phrase the family rabbit before today. Well,
he was the family rabbit and gargantuan. A Flemish giant is like a 20-pound rabbit.
Holy smokes!
Yeah. It would tear my Kevin up right now. My dog Kevin. It'd swallow him by 4 times.
That's not Hassenpfeffer. That's huge in Pfeffer.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah,
huge. But so the male rabbits. The reason they have babies so much is because of their how you say their
because they keep having sex.
Yeah, well, yeah. But still they can do it like 3 times a day and be potent with that 3 times a day. And that varies in season, and don't quote me on that. But so this rabbit was not fixed. In order to get that rabbit fixed, it was thousands of dollars.
I didn't even know you could get a rabbit fixed. This is like news to me.
The anesthesiologist told us, said, in order for me to do this, it's going to be thousands of dollars because of their endorphins and all that. They're so high strung. They have to do this an amazing thing for an anesthesiologist to have for a rabbit. So. But anyway, you would come through the house and there's white shit all over the ceilings and the walls.
So it's like having a teenager.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But at first, when we first noticed this, now Bernard was a great rabbit. He would go use the litter box and everything. He was well trained and he was a great rabbit. He'd come up to you as quick as you walked in the house. He would come up to you and you pet it. As a rabbit, you're petting rabbit fur and it's a fucking rabbit. So the first time we noticed it, there's some shit on the wall and didn't notice the ceiling. But, you had that, and he's like, what the fuck is that? Well, this went on, and you wiped that down, and it kept happening, and the more, and the more, and the more. Well, all he was doing was having sex with himself and throwing it all over the damn walls and the ceilings.
How do you get it on the ceiling?
Oh,
I'm
because
wondering
this
the
is a
same
rabbit.
thing. Like,
This is a
that's
freaking rabbit.
some serious effort
If
by the
you've
bunny.
if you've ever watched a rabbit and the sex thing of that, what they do, man, they'll jump on that doe and it is quick like you've heard in, you know, and it's, but then they fall, they'll make a squealing sound and they fall off of it. Well, right then, there's all kind of shit because she couldn't handle all that. Them does, they can't handle all that. It's a hell of a amount that comes out of that damn buck. It's like, really, all that came out of you, brother. And it just now, if there weren't a doe, and this was Bernard because there weren't a doe, and he was just doing it by himself, so he was kind of just hanging out by himself, thinking, and he would fall over and go like that, and just spray the wall and the ceiling.
So
Mom wasn't happy.
I want to know what bunny porn is.
Yeah.
Like
I just
what
told
thoughts
you.
were
I
going
just-
through
I
his
just
head?
told you.
Like I have a lot of questions here.
What was her name? It was Bugs Bunny, and what was his girlfriend?
Daisy.
Yeah, Daisy. Yeah. So Daisy might have been there, and Bernard.
Or
yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah, it was
maybe it was Roger Rabbit
Oh, maybe.
And what's-
yeah, the girl.
The
yeah,
girl.
Yeah.
from Roger Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
Could have been, but I'm telling you, it was a damn nightmare. Mom didn't like it, but Bernard was so nice, and she'd never killed nothing. So
Yeah.
we ended up getting rid of Bernard.
I'm not sure that I thought the podcast was going to go in the direction of bunnies jerking off today, but I have
This
to
is
say
what goes
that
on.
was a
Yeah.
U-turn I didn't see
We-
coming.
This was overtime.
Yeah, we went seriously
Off the
rails.
reservations.
I'll tell you, we've had the animals just like you. You know, when I was running a plastic company, basically running the company, and so we had all this extra pallets of crap that was either going to get sent back to regrind, is what we call it. So you take all these big, giant UHMW and UHMW is basically a regrind, but it's ultra molecular high weight plastic, UHMW, and it would sit there for so long that we would send it back for regrind, and you would have black, green, whatever fucking colors and shit like that. So we'd send it back for regrind, and it was sent back into us, you know. And then that would sit there, and then it goes back to regrind again, and over and over and over. So it's kind of like recycling. So and plexis and Lexans and crap like that. So I thought when you said salamander, so when Michael was first born, I had built this terrarium. That fucking thing was like so we get 8-footers and 10-foot sheets in. So I built this 10-foot fucking long terrarium. You know, bottom UHMW, top, and 3 sides, and then total front Lexan. Yeah, and you lift it up, soil in the bottom, and I had a little pond in it and everything. There was tree frogs, there were anoles, salamanders, all this shit. So you'd wake up in the middle of the night and there'd be like, the ex-wife is like, nah, you gotta get that shit out of here. She couldn't sleep, never sleep.
She couldn't sleep with them, but the bunny jerking off in the back room was
that
okay.
never bothered her. Yeah, she didn't get none on her, but
Where was the cameras and the phones back then to take videos of
Oh my God! Like
jerking itself
yeah.
off?
It's I just have so many questions. Like
Like there's a lot to unpack there.
that would
At
not
the
be a
s-
lucky rabbit's foot.
at
All
the
I can
same
say is
time-
that's not a rabbit's foot I want
let
on my
me tell you.
keychain.
Now we had Dobermans and all. So at the same time, I had built a
As the
barn.
bunny.
Yeah, at the same time,
As
Bernard
the
was in
family
the house.
rabbit Bernard.
Bernard was in the house.
The
I had a-
he is officially dubbed the family rabbit Bernard.
greatest guy ever. And I would say he was a young dude, you know, with that amount of jizz. But at the same time, I had a water bed.
He wasn't over
I had
40.
I had a water bed. No, that's dribbles. I had a water bed, and I tore that water bed apart, and I made a bar out of that waterbed. A fucking bar you could walk up to and out of a waterbed. Now think of the leather cushions. That was what you put. I built the fucking whole bar out of this damn waterbed, and inside that damn bar was 2 Cayman alligators. The same fucking time Bernard was there jizzing all over the ceilings and stuff.
You had 2 alligators.
My brother did. Yes, this was all my brother's shit. The sugar glider, Bernard, and all this at my mother's house. Yeah. Yeah. What did I own? I didn't own shit.
I'm just saying.
didn't
I
make
thought
enough
I
money
needed to charge
nothing.
admission. You like
It was all
that was legitimate, like Clyde Peeling shit right there.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that goddamn sugar glider was there at the same time or not, but there was a sugar glider involved in all this shit too. Yeah, yeah. But he would come home with rats and mice, and he would take them there live, and we had these big flat rocks.
How big were the alligators?
Well, then you remember RJ Gators? RJ Gators, the restaurant.
No.
Okay, that's a southern.
Must
thing.
be a southern.
Yeah, so they were fried, gator tails and stuff. But anyway, so this pond that we had in this bar
It was like going to the
wasn't very
carnival
big.
and winning a goldfish, except
Yeah.
you won gators. There.
Gators, Caymans. So he would come in with these mice / rats, and he would take them by the tail and he'd go whack. He'd hit them over the head on these rocks, and he would throw them in there to the pond, because if you'd throw a live rat in there and it would bite one of those caimans or something, and his snakes.
Because we had to have snakes.
Yeah.
And it was ridiculous, man.
And
Looking
around the
back
corner
on
is the
this,
tarantulas.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
I'll tell you about that in a minute. But after all said and done, I had a parrot. You know what I mean? That's what I had, a fucking parrot and a long-haired chihuahua. Now, let me tell you about my tarantula experience. So we're out, and this is, I can almost tell you the exact date, like in '82. We're in Texas, out in Granbury, and a friend of mine here in our community, he goes out there all the time. And so I come in one night, and my brother has a tarantula, and he throws it in a 10-gallon aquarium. What do tarantulas eat? Crickets and little tiny other insects and things.
People.
Yeah. So I'm in 4th grade, 5th grade, somewhere in there, and this is like '82, and 10 years old, a Helen. I was like the best student ever in '82, and we have bunk beds in our house there, and it was, for some reason I woke up at night and I looked down, and there's this black spot on the carpet. I'm on the top bunk. I looked down at my brother. I said, "Steve, look, he's out." Man, Steve said, Yep, I see him." So he climbed up to the top bunk.
Yeah.
And we
Just to be sure he was safe.
Yeah. So we watched him for a minute, and he never moved and never moved. And, being a spider, he's going to pounce when it's time.
Yeah.
And we were waiting for him to pounce and things. And finally, I was like, "Man, you got to go turn the light on." Nope. I'm not going. He's like, "You need." I said, "No, I'm not going."
Yeah.
So finally, big brother, Courage, my older brother, he jumped into action, superhero style. He jumped over, he turned the light on, and it was the back of one of my video games, the battery.
It wasn't going to move for a long time.
The spider was still in the cage. I was like, yeah. The next day, we just took the spider out, dumped him out, and smashed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was never happened again. Yeah. Scorpions now. We had scorpions. Yeah, and we would put them in a cage. Like the flies here, they'll die in the windows.
Yeah.
And things. And that's the scorpions out there. So you come in and you look in the windowsill, and there'll be fucking scorpions in there. And some of them are dead, some of them aren't. And you just grab them and you put them in a cage. Yeah.
No.
They eat like vegetables.
Really?
Yeah. They're not and I guess ants. They like ants. They'll eat ants.
Yeah, I would have thought they ate like
Not raw meat or
aardvarks.
No.
Yeah.
You throw a piece of lettuce in there. They're like earthworms. You know, you throw some lettuce in there and shit.
They're like an
that.
omnivore. They're
Yeah.
like a mini bear.
They'll do both.
Yeah.
I got out of the shower. I must have been, I was 16, 17. Dad died when I was 19. So maybe between 16 and 18. Anyway, I got out and I got out of the shower and grabbed my towel, drying off and stuff. And pow, 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 pow. The motherfucker was hitting me in my love handles.
Huh.
And and it was just a scorpion. He just kept.
Did it feel like a bee sting?
Yeah, several
Yeah.
times, just over and over and over and over. And I wouldn't describe it as a bee sting, as more of a, like burning. It just, a poker, just pow, 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 pow. Yeah, I found him and I just squished him.
Yeah, I was
Like
gonna
an
say.
ant,
I
'cause
hope you
they're-
killed him.
Yeah, they're not big. They're
No, they're
bitty.
little.
Yeah, they're little bitty. Flesh colored with a black back.
Yeah.
Yeah, them bastards. They just don't stop. And every time I go out, like to put wood on the smoker, Dad'd say, "Watch the scorpions." I never had problems with that. Never did.
Till the one got in your towel.
Yeah, in the fucking house, and you know, it was whatever. But the bees out there were bad. The red ants, the fire ants.
Oh, the fire ants are horrible.
They fucked me.
They're
I tell you,
mean.
they almost killed my neighbor, but I would mow grass, and all they do is build a little. And the grass out there is like we call it crabgrass, but I don't know what you call it, Bermuda or whatever. But it's only this big, and it would like sprout.
Yep.
Just one little sprout, and you got a area this big of beautiful grass, like a golf course, and then there's like 10 little sprouts in there. You need to cut the grass. So I go cut the grass of these goddamn sprouts. But in that damn Bermuda grass, now this is on the river down there, it would, there's a anthill that's like the size of this putting green, this 4x6. I'm telling you.
Fire ants.
And you run across that with a
Yeah,
fucking
they're
push
pissed
mower.
off.
A push mower? Yeah. I go dive in the river.
Yeah.
Because they would light your damn ankles up and shit like that. We didn't wear shoes, so we were poor. My dad would say, "Boy, you need to put shoes on now." Because I was in the river. It was a pain in my ass to put a shoe on it.
Oh, we never wore shoes when I was
Nah.
kids ever, but we didn't have fire ants up here either.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. And we had we got rattlesnakes there in Texas. Of course, you got rattlesnakes here, but
Yeah.
but on the river down there on the lake, the Brazos River, Lake Granbury. Look it up. It's like a fucking magnet for one of them goddamn snakes. Not cotton.
Like water moccasins.
Yeah. No.
The cottonmouth.
Yeah, but what is the other one? They're brown. But,
Copperheads.
Copperheads. God damn, everything you turned over was a fucking copperhead. They would come, especially when it was dry, they would come off the hill down to the water. But it seemed like we were just overrun with copperheads, man. I don't know. There weren't a lot of, I'm sure the rattlesnakes were everywhere, but I didn't run into as much. I ran into copperheads like,
Yeah.
God almighty. It was nuts. Yeah.
So this podcast is going to take a while to upload.
Probably. Yeah. Don't give a shit. Yeah. I don't care.
We're over.
That's the
I think we're over
whatever.
4 hours.
I think we're over 3 hours anyway.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's
probably
There's
close to
6
4.
on that card. That's what I was saying. That the other card didn't have but that amount, and I took the one out of the board, and I said that's something she got 6 hours on.
Well, do we want to wrap her up?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hit the button. I don't care.
All right, ready?
wait, before you do that,
Wait,
remember,
Wait.
if you want to help us in any way,
Yep.
Cash App,
Yep.
Venmo,
Yep.
It's at Chris and Corey Show. We will have PayPal once I get information.
Everything lined
and
up.
Get
Yep.
that taken
Yep.
care of. So
And we'll throw it on there and make it easy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and
But-
merch on the way. Don't forget that. And please like and subscribe.
Yeah,
It helps the
absolutely.
algorithm, and that algorithm really that people don't know that throws it out to
More people.
More people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But absolutely.
yeah,
I mean,
like and subscribe. Yeah.
we do what we can.
That's
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Yep.
And I think I'm going to hit the rate out button.
Yep.
But the sound guy's not very well rehearsed.
No, I think
It's hard to
you're
say
doing
what
great,
we're going to
brother.
hear.
Hit the button. Yep. Yep.
See ya. Peace.
Peace out.